Dun, 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 spins off.
It crashes.
It crashes.
Yes, we are. Was it season 14, episode 2? Wild Blue Yonder.
Yeah.
Which is the second in the 60th anniversary bonanza extravaganza.
The second instalment to the Hooniverse.
Whoops, yeah, I've dropped it.
It certainly
I've dropped it
was an episode.
It was an episode cooked up by Russell T Davies and featuring David Tennant, Catherine Tate. In fact, more David Tennant and Catherine Tate than
Yeah.
we could cope
I know.
with.
Than any
For those of
possible.
you who wanted more David Tennant, boy,
You got it. You got double the David
You
Tennant.
got a double dose. You got a double dose of it.
This is your lucky day.
lucky
Yeah.
day.
It's like a Christmas has come early for the David Tennant fans.
Right. So, who's going first then?
I went first last time. I don't
Okay,
know.
Herb's going first.
Yeah,
okay,
you
Herb.
should go first this time.
You're going first.
The episode was bad, in my opinion.
You're not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of
Okay.
it. Like, I mean, the first, 25 half hour of it was just nothing.
That's right. Yeah, the pacing was a bit.
I
off.
started to doze off. No joke.
True.
I started to doze off.
I saw you glaze over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
nothing was interesting me.
Yeah.
But then, the two alien-like creatures of the Doctor
Yeah.
and
The imposters.
yeah, the imposters turned up, and that was a little bit more interesting, but it was weird. They
Yeah.
made it weird.
It was weird, but it was meant to be weird.
Oh, and the scene with the Dupla gunners.
Yeah.
I literally thought they were just gonna do that Spider-Man meme. You know,
won't
the
do
one
the
where they
Spider-Man
point
meme.
in at each other.
We wanted him
I
to
wanted
do that.
to do that, but
That would have been
no.
funny. No, we didn't get that. So what did you like about it, if you liked anything?
Like, I mean, maybe the stuff with the imposters.
Yeah, they were interesting characters, weren't they? Well, villains. And we don't think we got enough of them.
Yeah.
And so you did the stuff you didn't like.
Yeah.
And the stuff you like, the villains. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That was just
That's it. And you're not too keen on it?
Nah.
Okay. I guess it's your turn now. What do you want? Verity,
Yeah.
what did you like about it?
It was an episode. I like the concepts of the imposters, and I like the concept of the spaceship at the end of time. That's a cool concept, just really underutilized. I feel like it could have been structured differently. I feel like everything was a bit rushed at the end, like with the captain and then finding out the captain and everything being pieced together. There was a lot of nothing at the start and a lot of stuff packed in there. And then there was a bit where the spaceship explodes and he gets the imposter and he comes back for Donna, and I feel like that was just forced to create tension. Like, they could have done something more interesting. There could have been a reason why he picked up the imposter. But hey,
rather than making a mistake,
yeah, it kind of makes him look stupid, which we all know the Doctor isn't.
like he wanted to
Yeah.
scan them or something, you know.
Yeah, to
and
find
then
out what they
went back.
were.
Yeah, and so did we do what you? I can't remember. What did we do first? Good.
That was more what I
You did everything,
liked.
didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what didn't you like about it?
Structure. It was
Yeah.
rushed. Also, I mean, there was the weird bit at the start with Isaac Newton at the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Or was it Isaac Newton? And then they went
Indian.
Mavity.
Well, that's the new thing now.
Mavity.
That's the new thing now.
Yeah, we've got to love a bit of Mavity,
Well,
you know?
I'm going to talk about that in my segment.
I'm going to leave that to you.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that.
Because it's all spacey, wacy, timey,
Well-
wibbly wobbly stuff.
Well, yeah. So yeah, generally,
Like, worse than last week, and it was a pretty low bar.
wow,
Yeah.
worse than last week. And you said you actually said I missed Chibnall.
Yeah.
She said it. She said it, folks.
Well, I mean, his writing wasn't bad, it's just he wasn't given enough time to write the Flux thing.
Well, again, there were a few episodes dropped from Flux, but we did get a mention, and Flux and the Timeless Child is now canon in the Russell T Davies universe. So that was established in this.
Like, there's a Russell T.
Right.
Davis universe.
Well, you know, the era.
Oh, okay.
You know, what era? What do
era.
they call it? They call it eras. I don't know. But in this
Don't know.
period,
Yeah,
in this
okay.
period, that has been. Because a lot of the man babies wanted it to be, he's going to get rid of it. But he's because the imposter Donna knew about the Flux
That's
and
interesting.
about him not knowing where he actually came from.
She knew more than Donna actually
Which makes the Doctor more interesting than him just being another Gallifreyan Time Lord. I mean, he was always exceptional. If you go back to the other... could you let the dog out, please? Because she's decided she doesn't want to be here.
Hello, Layla.
Thank you. And then you let them out and then they cry to come back in again, don't they?
Yeah, you'll hear her.
Yeah. Mad border collies.
Yep, they're all mad. Let's start at the beginning. We have Isaac Newton, or was it, and Mavity. Right, Mavity, again, he misheard it. Now, that is important because what we have is, again, Davis is riffing from a number of different source texts here. You have that's the sound of thunder by Ray Bradbury because, when they step on the butterfly effect, it has implications. So perhaps them knocking all the apples onto Isaac Newton's head, Mavity, they've changed the course of history, and that's why the Toymaker is maybe. I don't know. But Mavity. Yeah. Isn't it clever? Irritating. And of course, we must talk about Sir Isaac Newton. I'm going to paraphrase, goodness gracious me. Again, go and look it up. It's a great BBC comedy series from the 90s with an Indian cast. I loved that show. And there was a character in it that used to say, they'd name a character and they'd always claim it for India. And I'm going to say it now. Sir Isaac Newton, Indian! And so there we go. We've established that Isaac Newton is in Indian.
But was it Sir Isaac Newton?
Or was it? Or was Russell T Davies just trolling us all? Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, we must blackwash history. Is that the term? So? Well, that's fine.
They gave Newton that Velma treatment.
I like it. See, Herb knows his references, so that was interesting. And then we have the whole pacing of it. My issue with it, I think it's a really good story. Actually, I do think it's a good story, but the pacing was completely all over the place. Again, from last week, where everything was everything was just happening all at once, and everything was really urgent. We have 25 minutes where we wander around. And I get it, he's world building, he's trying to build tension. However, let me posit this. It would have been much better if the imposters were introduced earlier on. And I don't know, the lights went out and they kept swapping around, but making you feeling a bit uneasy. They say odd things, or don't do what the Doctor does, just to make you feel like something was going on. That could have been introduced a bit earlier to make it a little bit more unsettling. And I don't think those characters were utilised properly. The reveal was too big too soon. It was like, here we go, my arms are too long. They could have really strung it out and really ramped up the tension there. I like the space vampires from outside of the known universe. I think that's an interesting idea. But that's it. They're here.
The special effects were cool.
That was... Well, again, that's what they spent the money on.
Yeah, the body horror.
And, of course, the character, the horse in the chair, that kind of, reference the chair. And again, we have the space jockey from Alien, right? That was kind of riffing on Space Jockey. Well, what do jockeys ride? They ride horses. So we have a horse-headed alien floating outside, skeletal, a bit like the space jockey from Alien. And then, of course, you have the body horror of The Thing. So we have three different ideas kind of intertwining in this show. I think, again, it was an interesting idea. I like the idea of time being slow because the space vampires like fast things, fast thoughts. That's how they process everything. I like that idea, and I like everything being... Didn't understand why the ship was reconfiguring itself.
What was that about?
I didn't understand that. They never explained that. I didn't understand what that was about. Maybe it was just to confuse us and the space vampires.
Everything's a bit nebulous.
Yeah.
And, ambiguous.
It was, again, I think that's Davis being clever and again creating a maze around the characters so they can get separated and lost. But you can do that with the imposters. One could say, come over here and take them down the corridor, and that's where you can make it all unsettling. There could have been a much better, and they could have used the ship a bit better. Yeah. Separated the two. They could have bumped into each other. Oh, did you see such and such back there? No, I didn't. What did you say? Oh, you never said that back there. I did. And they could have played with that and built the tension up that way. but they didn't. And so, and then of course, Deus Ex Machina, the TARDIS comes back,
magically
saves Day. He rides it like a skateboard.
Yeah, that was funny.
Of course, referencing Back to the Future. The
yeah,
hoverboards, remember, from Back to the Future.
That
There
kind of
isn't
makes sense
an
now.
original idea in this. Space vampires, we did that in Life Force, but in that film, they walk around with no clothes on, so couldn't really do that in a kids show.
But it's not a kids show. That's what.
Oh no, it's not.
That's what
David
David said.
Oh no. So, I think it's a missed opportunity, and I don't really feel like it's a 60th anniversary story. I think if it had been 45 minutes long, a bit more tension, I think it was too long, badly paced,
And then the ending.
they threw away the villain. Yeah, the ending where he's got the wrong Donna. I mean, it's just like,
Also, they cut it
Like
really
you said.
short.
They could have made it that she was, he did it to scan her or something, and then he goes Alonzi and kicks her out.
They just
Yeah.
wanted
Gets
to
her on
create
back.
tension for creating tension's sake. It felt
Yeah, it's
really
a false
forced.
ending, but it's a really bad false ending.
It was so
know.
rushed.
Um,
And then they come back to Earth, everyone going mad.
And then they just cut the episode.
because everyone's going mad because they've done something previously that's unlocked. I know the toy maker, Celestial Toy Maker. I don't know, Mavity. The Mavity of it all. I don't know.
The mavity of the situation.
I know it's
Mavity.
it hurts, and his writing irritates me.
It
It
is.
really does irritate me.
Like, we were watching the first 10 minutes and we're like, what are we watching?
and of course, and now the Doctor's as bi as well.
Oh, yeah.
In case you missed that as well.
Yeah, but the Doctor's pansexual because he's
Yeah.
an alien.
he's an alien, exactly.
I mean, or
so-
even then, he might not even have romantic emotions. He might not have the capability of that because he's an alien. They
Well,
might
again, we know
reproduce differently.
They do. The Gallifreyans, they lay a big egg and then they dance around it and then the egg hatches. I think that's how it happens.
Probably.
I'm making that up. They don't know.
Yeah.
Something to do with looms. Looms. Who remembers the Cartmill thing? Cartmill idea. Anyway, shall we see if there's anybody in the room? I doubt it because
No.
nobody watches
Nah.
this. Because
Not like last week.
let's have a look. No, there's one people in.
Hello.
CG Minecraft said pace it made it hard watch. Payoff was great though. Yeah, again, there was. I think again, if they'd have paced it slightly differently, and really built up the tension like a proper horror film. There's something on the ship, but again, the Doctor, Donna, and the imposters keep changing places, and they try and separate them, and then they keep finding their way back to each other. They could have really played with that, and again, with the idea of the ship reconfiguring, that could have played into it. But Russell T Davies, he has these ideas and just throws them away. And it's like the villains. Just threw them away. They're destroyed. And they're gone. And it would be much better if the robot didn't blow the ship up. Because then they're still there.
And then that's a possibility.
Ready for them to come back, I think.
time.
Yeah, next time. But anyway. So that's it. I thought some good ideas, but ultimately wasted. Irritating, loud.
Yeah. Very shouty.
Very shouty. And next week, it's going to get even more loud and shouty.
Wow.
When they reintroduce a character we haven't seen, since the black and white days of Doctor Who. And because, hey, we have a new idea tonight with the space vampires, but we throw them away in favour of an established idea.
Nostalgia.
Because nostalgia is the biggest force of all. And that's
This
it.
whole thing just feels like a nostalgia grab.
Well, it is. It's for the fans. It's fan service. And,
Oh god, I might as well just call it fan service
and,
series.
But that's it. Anyway, I think we're done because we must go and eat dinner now.
Yeah.
Late dinner.
After that,
and then
Shocking.
we got Celebrity.
Rum-dum-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Yeah.
We should do celebrity reviews.
Oh my god,
Oh,
imagine.
Imagine that. If
Then we
had
would be
them, like-
streaming like every day.
Yeah, I know. There's no rest.
And that would just be chaotic.
I know. Okay, then. Thank you, Herb. Thank you, Verity. Shall we do our sign
Yeah.
off? Do you remember? Who remembers how it
Be
goes?
I'll
careful
put it
where
on
you
the-
stick your sonic screwdriver.
Hey.